Hello everyone and welcome back to my vlog channel. So I thought today that I would talk about exam stress, coping with exam stress, tips that I do to de-stress, and tips to help you like succeed and stay calm in like an exam style situation or just like during exam season basically. I've written down in my little benefit book a few things that I've been thinking about over the past week, and I thought I would share them with you in hope that I help at least one person out, because I thought if I get this video up just before exam starts or before quite a lot of exam starts, then I might be able to help someone out, even if it is just a tiny bit or even if it's just one person. So I also have a revision video, so if you are struggling with different ways to revise, if you've only found one type of revision method that is working for you, then I might have shared some that you didn't know existed or didn't know would work for you, so I'll leave that video down below because that is over on my main channel, and I feel like a lot of you guys on my vlogging channel might have missed it, so I don't want you to miss out and go and watch that video to see different ways to like revise or different things that I do to help me in a revision style situation. Number one on the topic of exam stress is to have a list or some sort of revision timetable. Before I get started, I just want to say that this might not work for everyone. This is just like things that have worked for me over the years, and I just want to share them with you, like for my GCSEs, my A-levels, and now for my uni exams. So don't take everything that I say too seriously because it might not work for you, and I don't want to like upset anyone if it isn't working. But yeah, number one is to write a list or a revision timetable. I have done this. Yeah, I don't know where I've put my revision timetable. It's probably under the massive clutter of revision that I've got behind me. I organised a revision timetable ages ago, and kind of as my exams are approaching, I'm sort of writing lists of what I need to do every day, and make sure you don't overload yourself. You don't want to be writing, do 10 cue cards for this subject, 3 cue cards for another subject, do an online test of this, do 5 past papers for biology. Like, because if you overload yourself, you're going to look at that list in the morning and be like, shit, I'm never going to be able to get this done today. So give yourself stuff to do in moderation. I'm not saying just do one of whatever or just focus on one subject a day, because it's good to change your get your mind working and changing from one subject to the other, because if you do one subject for the day as well, like I found that I start like dying. I've been recently doing genetics and working on my genetics, and I keep doing like a genetics past paper or an online test, and I've realised that that just doesn't work if I'm constantly doing genetics throughout the day, so I break it up with a bit of CSI or chemistry or something so that I have like an even split and my mind's like constantly working in different areas. But yeah, I definitely recommend writing a list, because then you can like cross it off as well, and like that makes you feel like quite successful. It stops you like stressing. You can plan like this revision all the way up to till your first exam or like the exam of your subject. So I feel like that way I de-stress a lot if I know like what I'm doing and that I'm going to be able to get it done within my time frame. Next would be to see if your school, well, I'm sure 99% of schools, especially within the UK, have some sort of like facility where they can look after people coping with well-being issues or struggling with mental health and just general exam stress, as it is a very like crazy time for like any student doing like any sort of exams like GCSEs, A-levels, uni. At the Student Wellbeing Centre at Uni of Lincoln, they actually run exam stress workshops, which is great. I haven't actually been to one of those before, but I have been to the workshops with the student wellbeing, and they have been really beneficial for me. So I would recommend reaching out and finding someone at your school, maybe even a counsellor. When I was doing my A-levels, I had a counsellor, and they were super helpful for me during exam season, because she helped me like calm down, just sort of like told me little tips and spoke to me of how to like de-stress, not remain so frantic on a daily basis. So yeah, I definitely recommend reaching out, because I think they give you more help than you actually think that they're going to give you, if you know what I mean. Like, because I thought, oh, like, it won't really help me, will it? And I think it does help more than you try and tell yourself. Next would be, please avoid comparing yourself to friends and your friends' abilities. Success is relative, and what you want to achieve is completely different to what your friend wants to achieve, and vice versa, especially if they're doing different subjects. Like, I found a lot of people throughout my previous life that have like compared themselves to other people, and don't get me wrong, like I've compared myself to others in the past, and I really regret that now, because they're completely different people and they're doing completely different subjects. They want a completely different career path to me in the future, so why do I need to compare? We all want different things. Everyone in life wants a different thing, a different future, a different career path, so we should stop comparing ourselves. I could go into body image as well and like all of this stuff, but I'll say that for another video. But we should really stop comparing ourselves on like success and like career abilities and skills and stuff like that, because it's just really bad, because you start disheartening yourself and disbelieving that you're good enough. And I remember I lost some friends like back in GCSEs or something, and I heard that they'd said something like, oh, Charlotte's too competitive with her grades, and I was just like, what? I remember because I got a B in English and I'd always got A's and A stars throughout the whole year, and I know that's like, oh, shut up to some people, but because I'd been achieving so high and I'd been working so hard, and then getting a B was quite like, oh shit, like what have I done wrong? And people took it as if I wasn't grateful for having a B, and to be fair, I wasn't. Like, I wanted to achieve higher, I wanted the best for myself, and I knew I could get better, whereas some people were like, would love to have got a C and pass the subject. And I'm not saying like that if you get a C it's bad, or if you get a B it's bad. Just in English specifically, I had worked so hard and that was one of my favourite subjects, so I was annoyed. So don't feel like people are comparing yourself or putting you down if they're wanting to achieve higher grades than you, lower grades than you. It is relative, so please try and avoid comparing yourself. And in terms of revision during exam season, don't be like, shit, they're doing this, I need to be doing this, because everyone works differently. Again, like the whole revision method things, your brains are all very different and different things will work for you. Like the shit that I'm saying to you now, it might not even work for you, so just be aware and avoid comparing. Next is allow human interaction. In my GCSEs I definitely had human interaction, because one, I had friends sounds so sad, but I had friends, and obviously GCSEs aren't as intense as A-levels, but with A-levels I struggled with school life, home life, just general life, and I sort of like tucked myself away in my room, went to the library every single day on my own and secluded myself from the world. But to be fair, I'm not gonna shame myself for that, because I did have lots of shit going on in my life at that time. But please have some sort of interaction, even if it's with your dog, your brother, your mum. Don't hide yourself and lock yourself away in your room forever, because it's really unhealthy and you will start stressing and panicking more if you're on your own. If you surround yourself with other people, like sometimes I have like revision dates with my friends, like we'll all sit around the table and do our own individual things. We won't talk, but it's nice to just be around other people. I don't know if that's just me, but I just quite like that idea. Also, this might be a little bit late considering it is May and some people have already taken some of their exams, but preparing in advance is something that helps me to not stress as much during exams. That's why I made my revision timetable in March, because I knew that I wanted to plan my revision nicely, so it was all ready and prepared before I actually had my exams for each module. Preparing in advance is crucial for me, but I'm not saying don't panic if you haven't prepared, like got a timetable or list and stuff like that, but preparing in advance is definitely a great way to start and a great tip to not stress as much during exams. Another tip that I'd recommend that I don't follow myself but I wish I did is start early and finish early. So wake up at a decent time in the morning, something that I've failed to do because university makes me go to bed so late. I've never been like that. Like in A-levels I used to go to sleep probably 10 the latest because I was so knackered from the day and I'd worked so hard, maybe 11 at a push. But since I've come to university it's like a struggle to get to sleep before 4. I do try and like turn my phone off, like have something in the background and try and sit in bed, but it's just really difficult. Anyway, so I'm trying to push myself to get up out of bed at like 8, half 8 and start revision at 9 and then switch off earlier on in the evening, so I actually have time to sit, de-stress, do my skincare, make myself feel pampered, have time to do some sort of interest or hobby, like I usually sit and write my blog posts or read, edit a video or something. But yeah, if you start early and finish early, then you're going to have like a really nice regular pattern that will help your body be in a good place for revision and for exams. Plan things to look forward to. That is something else that I highly recommend and I do a lot myself. Me and my friends plan like meals because we're obsessed with food, or I've got like things in the summer that I'm really looking forward to, like I'm going to see Beyonce and Jay-Z with my boyfriend. We're also going to watch a Darren Brown show. Me and Hattie are planning to go to Harry Potter World at some point. And I've just got lots of things planned in summer, so that's what I'm like thinking about in the back of my mind, like just push yourself, do this, you'll get great grades and you'll love your life if you just push yourself, and then you can have a great summer afterwards, because I've got lots of things planned. That's what I'm trying to do, like plan things, even if they're like tiny things. You don't have to spend like crazy amounts of money. Just doing something small will be really nice, like going out for a meal or a drink or something like that. And then the last thing kind of ties in with that is about treating yourself. treat yourself once a week, like have something in the week for you personally to look forward to. Like you could decide to have a really long, nice, relaxing bath on a Wednesday evening and pamper yourself, like do full-on hair care, pamper yourself, like paint your nails, wash your brushes. Like, I don't know, I just find something that's gonna be therapeutic, make you happy, make you smile, make you like calm and zone out for a little bit, make you not think about all your upcoming deadlines and exams and everything. Treating yourself once, I treat myself plenty of times, maybe once a day, because I feel like I deserve it, even though I probably don't. Sometimes I don't revise hard enough, but it does keep you going if you treat yourself and you're like, oh, if I do this by this time, then I can have this tonight, or I can do this on Wednesday. Just treating yourself will keep you going, and you don't have, it doesn't have to cost, like treating yourself doesn't have to cost. Like you can just have you can just watch a TV program at like 9 o'clock for a couple of hours or something. Those are my sort of tips on de-stressing, coping around exam time, trying to help you succeed a little bit more. I don't really know. I hope this has been helpful. Make sure you hit the thumbs up if it has. Subscribe down below if you're new. Go watch my revision video if you are looking for different techniques or anything. And yeah, I also have a truth about first year sort of summary coming up with my friends that we are filming next week, and I just thought I'd let you know in advance in case you wanted like a specific topic for us to cover in that video. It's going to be a pretty long one, I can already feel it, but we're going to obviously cover our subjects, like if we love our subjects, like living in a flat with other people, accommodation, like halls in general, like the uni, and loads of different aspects of uni life in first year, and like what we've done, what we've achieved, what we hated, what we loved, and all that sort of thing. So if you have anything you want us to specifically talk about, then please comment it down below, or if you don't want to like publicly write it, then make sure to add me on Snapchat or DM me on Instagram or Twitter. I always leave my social links down below if you want to get in touch with me privately. I will see you tomorrow for a brand new vlog. Bye.